What's up, everyone? I am Yezamin Woodland, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you aren't new. If you are a current subscriber, thank you all so much for tuning in. As you can tell by the title of this video, I'll be talking about Chelsea Houska and Kail Lowry. So Chelsea Houska announced last night that she was actually departing from the Teen Mom franchise. She will no longer be a part of the show. She and her family decided that it was in their best interest to not be a part of the show anymore. And she did tell all of her fans that she was actually leaving the show and that she just didn't really see where the show fits in her life. And a lot of people were supportive. The other Teen Mom girls, they were supportive. And so far, no one else is leaving the show. In fact, there isn't even like an announcement for like a replacement for Chelsea. But in a nutshell, she was just saying like, hey, I've pretty much outgrown this show. It's time for me to go. And my opinion on that is, hey, if you feel like you need to leave the show and move on to, bigger and better things, kudos to you. And past that point, I have nothing else to say. I don't know. I have a different opinion of Chelsea and Cole. People love to paint them as like these angels that do no wrong. They're so perfect and she's so innocent, and it's like ridiculous. I can't stand it. I don't know. I have so many different opinions of Chelsea and Cole. So whatever. You're not on the show. Okay, great. Because you weren't really that interesting anyway. So besides all of that, congrats to her moving on. I want to go ahead and talk about this entire Kail Lowry and Chris Lopez situation. So it was recently discovered that Kail was actually arrested last month for assaulting Chris. So I'm going to go ahead and read off a little bit of the details of what exactly was going on here. So this entire domestic incident started over a haircut. So as we all know, Kail and Chris share a child, Lux, and he has beautiful, beautiful hair. And Chris took it upon himself to go ahead and cut Lux's hair. Kail dropped Lux off at a family member's house, like on Chris's side. I believe it was Chris's mother. And when she went to pick him up, his hair was literally butchered. Now, I'll show the photo in a minute, but let me just go ahead and get into the details of the situation. Again, Kail dropped Lux off at his Chris's mother's home. She went to go pick Lux up. His hair was literally butchered, and an argument ensued between Kail and Chris about what is going on with his hair. Why did you do this? And it states here that Kail actually punched Chris repeatedly in the face, and he did not fight back. In fact, his sister actually jumped in it to just try to diffuse the situation, try to pull Kail off of Chris. And from there, Kail took Lux and she left. And somehow between her leaving and everything like that, someone actually called 911. Someone called the police and actually snitched to the police about what Kail had did, and they went to question her. She denied that she ever touched him, punched him, everything like that, but they arrested her anyway for the assault. So this was crazy. This was initially reported by the Sun, and Chris from there, he just keeps trying to say, I just want everything to be good between us. I want everything to be reconciled. I don't want toxicity. I don't want to argue with Kail. And she also has like an upcoming court date, but that has yet to be truly confirmed. We don't even have like a mugshot from Kail or anything like that, nor has she even spoken out about the incident as well. So this entire situation with Chris and Kail is really crazy, and it's sad, and it's very toxic, because at the end of the day, Kail has not one, but 2 kids by this dude. So it's like, bro, Kail, if Chris is such a POS, stop having kids by him, because now, look, you have to deal with Chris for the rest of your life. As long as you have those kids by him, you're going to have to deal with him for the rest of your life. Like, that has to be torture to deal with someone that you just literally despise. And then it turns into a situation to where it's constantly, toxic. There's fights. The kids are being pulled between mommy's side, daddy's side. It's just really crazy. So what I'm going to actually do, you all, is show the photo of Lux's hair, because people were just like, why is Kail so irate? It's just hair. It's just hair, but it's about the principle. Like, you took it upon yourself to not be a parent and an adult and discuss, hey, I want to, cut his hair, trim his hair. But he literally did it himself. And y'all, look at this picture. Look at the before when Kail was taking care of Lux's hair on her own, you know, keeping it nice and healthy. You can like look, you can always tell by like a person's like if their hair is healthy or not by just looking at it. And you can tell his hair was like really, really healthy, beautiful curly locks. And then when you look at the picture on the other side, you can see it's literally butchered. Like it's uneven. It looks a hot mess. It's really crazy. And Chris had the nerve to try to defend the fact that he cut Lux's hair in that manner. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to read off to you all what Chris had to say in regards to him cutting his own son's hair. It states here, in response, Chris went on his Instagram live and stated, "I've been wanting to cut my son's hair. So the fact that I cut off a little of his edges, she should be happy that I didn't effing scalp his ass. That's my son. If I decide to make a decision on my son, then I can." So that is what Chris had to say. And that's why I have a problem. Like, you contradict yourself so much. In one breath, you want to reconcile and you want things to be cool between you and Kail, but then you make statements like this, like, it's my effing son. You're lucky I ain't scalp him. And why would you say something so disgusting and gross? Personally, I feel like they're both childish. Like, I don't think Kail is childish. Let me stop. I think she acts from emotion. She acts off of her emotions. And I think Chris is childish because he knew that cutting Lux's hair without consulting Kail, without having a discussion with Kail, and then cutting it in the manner of which he did, it's very uneven. He knew that would piss Kail off. Like they do things to each other to be childish and to get under one another's skin. And it's like, I don't know how people just do it. That's why I don't have kids, because I don't have time for that. Like, I will literally wash my hands of everybody because I don't care. Like, I have to take care of me, my mental health, my health, what I have going on. I can't be going tit for tat with someone like Chris who's childish. That's not healthy for anybody. So in this situation, like, she seriously needs to just co-parent, and that's it. Like, co-parent, and however that gets done, it gets done, whether that's through the courts or a third party, whatever, and just stop dealing with Chris. Stop talking about him, and same thing with him. Stop dealing with Kail. Stop talking about her. Just deal with the kids, and that's it. Because past this point, if Kail is over here punching him and is getting violent, because, you know, Chris has, you know, hit her too. He's been arrested for hitting her. So it's a toxic thing. If it's a toxic situation like this, I feel like all parties need to just depart and just only co-parent. Like, literally be a robot when talking to each other. It's only about the kids. It's not about anything about love and what we used to be. It should just be about the children, and that's it. So that is the news, everybody, about what's going on with Chelsea Houska and Cole. She's leaving the show. Okay, don't let the door hit you on the way out. Bye. And then in regards to Kail Lowry, that's the situation with her, you know, being arrested and everything going on with Chris Lopez. Please let me know in the comment section below what you think about this crazy incident. What do you think about Lux's hair being cut like so crazy? What is it with guys wanting to piss girls off or piss off the mother of their child by cutting their child's hair? Like, the same thing happened with Janelle Evans, and Nathan literally had his new girlfriend butcher off Kaiser's hair, knowing that will piss off Janelle. Like, they are just childish. They do things to get under each other's skin. Like, it's just really crazy. So let me know your thoughts below. Thank you all for tuning in, and until next time, see ya.